Hi guys, in this episode of the Nostalgia Trip, I'm gonna be continuing with my reactions to the Fullmetal Alchemist 2003 series. Currently we are on episode 25, Words of Farewell, and episode 26, Her Reason. And to be honest, these episode names don't really give me much of an idea about what the episodes are gonna be about, so hopefully they're gonna end up being pretty exciting. The last 4 episodes that I checked out, which was yesterday, not 4 episodes, 4 videos that I did on Fullmetal Alchemist, weren't as exciting as I was hoping they were going to be, because I was getting back into continuing with my reactions to this show after not reacting to it for like 8 months or something. So hopefully today's episodes that I'm going to be checking out, which is going to be quite a lot actually, I'm going to attempt to do more than yesterday, hopefully those are going to be much more exciting. And that's not to say that the story that we were checking out in some of the previous episodes wasn't good. It was. It's just that, like I said in those videos, it bothered me how long we stayed on that one story plot point for like where we were for like 5 episodes, and we kept building up these conflicts and these plot points, and it took way too long to resolve most of them, in my opinion, and we still haven't even resolved a lot of them, so I'm still not sure exactly what those things were about. But like I said in some of my reviews at the end of the reactions for the last couple of episodes, I trust this show that by the time we get to the explanation for all the things that they build up, like whoever was the guy who escaped from the prison of the homunculi, I'm probably gonna figure it out myself, because that's how this show does things. It really allows you to figure shit out for yourself. And maybe it's just me remembering things from when I was a kid, from when I watched this show, so yeah, I don't know. But I am pretty excited to continue with the reactions for this show. Hopefully we'll manage to actually be done with this show this week. Not because I don't enjoy it, I actually do enjoy it, but I just am already way too late with my reactions. I should have been done with this show at this point. Even by the plans that I had laid out for this year, I should have been done with this show. I should have started... I should have been done hell even with Generator Rex, and I should have started the next show that I plan on reacting to, which is Ben 10. But I'm not yet, so I'm gonna try to speedrun it as quickly as I can right now. Yeah, before we get into the reaction for these 2 episodes though, as usual, I do want to remind you that you can get a full-length version of these reactions over on my Patreon or on my Ko-fi account, where by subscribing at a specific tier I've created for it, you get access to all of my cartoon reactions and their associated movies. Alternatively, you can go for the higher tier at $9 per month, which I recently had to make because I started doing reactions to live-action TV shows and movies in addition to doing these cartoon reactions. And since those take more time to do, it makes sense just to cost more, so I had to separate them already. But then I decided to just kind of give you guys a little bit of a discounted price at $9 per month, which gives you access to all of my full-length reactions, regardless of what they are for, whether it's for a live-action TV show, for a cartoon, for a movie. It's all of that at $9. But again, like I said, you can just stick with the $5 one just for the cartoons, seeing that you're probably here for the cartoons anyway. But yeah, you can also just stick with the YouTube reactions, because at this point in time my channel is monetized, so I am making some money from my channel, though it's still not that much, especially for these Fullmetal Alchemist reactions, because they don't really get that much views. So it would still be appreciated if you support me on Patreon, but it's not really as much of a necessity anymore. But yeah, enough with the chit-chat and blabbering about stuff that don't matter. Without further ado, let's get into the reaction to episode 25, Words of Farewell, in 3, 2, 1. Mustang?
Got my girlfriend to bake you an apple pie. You want it?
What the fuck has happened? Did I miss something? I love that theme though, it's so good.
Forbidden alchemy, it's kind of fun.
I don't understand much about alchemy, but I'm no fool, and I certainly know what happens to anyone who commits a taboo.
You can relax, Maze. I haven't done anything.
Maybe not yet, but you were planning to.
Just
Of
don't
course.
understand. killed a lot of people out there.
It wasn't war.
Easy for you to say you weren't there.
No, I wasn't. And if you didn't want to kill enemies in battle, you shouldn't have been there either. You should have asked for a desk job like I did. Did you think if you
Well,
became a state
I don't know how much of a choice soldiers have in war, whether they can choose not to go to the fucking front of the battle.
Is a taboo so easy to commit that you just need a little binge of studying to pull it off?
You seem to be conducting an investigation on the military's higher-ups.
Yes, sir. It's concerning Laboratory 5.
I've already headed my own investigation. I found that Brigadier General Bosgrad may have allied with some Ishbalan remnants and conducted dangerous research, which has been destroyed. That was my conclusion. Are you not satisfied with that?
No, because that's not at all what happened. You're trying to paint the Ishbalans as terrorists.
Philosopher's Stone? A major general, a brigadier general, a colonel. You're implicating all of them?
Yes. And during the past year, all the people on that list have either passed away, been killed, or are missing. But all indication is the plan hasn't stopped. Lab 5 was still running. And just a few days ago, someone hired a band of mercenaries to attack an Ishbalan refugee camp. My sense is the people on that list were just the puppets in this.
So you're saying a faction still exists in the military that will commit unspeakable crimes to create this mythical cure-all, right?
Yes.
If such a thing got out, we'd lose all respect and credibility. Our control of this state would crumble at our feet.
Well, why do you have to be a military dictatorship? Why can't you just be a fucking democracy?
The thing is, we honestly don't care about that stuff anymore.
What do you mean you don't care? Are you crazy?
We just don't think we should have to deal with dangerous things anymore.
Why the sudden change of heart?
We thought it would be better to look for different ways, you know?
Well, boys, it would definitely be better, but...
If you really thought there was another way, why did you go through all this trouble?
Who knows? Maybe there's not, but there's someone we should ask.
Our original teacher.
She lives south of here, in a place called Dublin. We're planning
She?
on taking a trip there.
But it's just so sudden.
Well, I guess that explains some of the titles of the next couple of episodes.
They told us that to protect us, so we don't become the next victims on the list.
Okay, that makes more sense. Aww.
It's been said that a philosopher's stone was created in Ishbal, but no one ever taught them alchemy. In fact, their culture rejected it, so we think they may have made it some other way, a completely different method.
I'm gonna beat the Pope.
Or somebody made them by sacrificing them, you dumbasses. How have you not figured that out
He's
already?
really not that bad of a person, you know?
Why have you come here? You're not Nishbal, and who are you?
Where are my manners? I've forgotten to introduce myself.
Is this the guy that
I'm the
escaped?
state alchemist who's been sent here to annihilate this part of your race.
Oh no, this is the guy with the tattoos on his arms. Man, this guy really gives off some Zuko vibes. Like, Scar gives off some real Zuko vibes. I guess that's why I want him and Ed to join together, because it's such a Zuko and Aang relationship. This show in general reminds me a lot of Avatar, which is a show that I have seen too much of to really be able to do a proper reaction series, but at some point in the future I will probably still cover it in a reaction series.
State alchemists burned our homes.
I think these trash are from Ishbal, boys.
They must think it's safe wandering around the canyon. You're only supposed to live in the designated camps. It's dangerous out here. Someone might hurt you.
What's your revenge?
And I'm so sick of this Nazi bullshit that it's being committed onto the Ishbalans. It's really fucking despicable. And it pisses me off. Oh shit! That's brutal! Well, what a badass.
I'll have to check on something.
Just be careful.
Daddy has a lot of work to do. Bye-bye.
Give me all the files on the riots in Lior. The drawing of the transmutation circle in Lab 5. Where is it? Volumes 3 and 4 in the Ishbal Uprising. Let's go!
Man, even this girl has been featured in quite a few episodes.
Am I gonna get paid overtime time for this, sir.
I'll give you this picture of Alicia.
So many characters that kind of came out of nowhere and they're appearing in quite a few episodes recently. And some characters who I thought were going to be more prominent have barely been in the show, like Mustang.
Dr. Marco has arrived in Central. He'll be waiting for you at the hotel.
Who is she? I don't trust her at all.
I'll head over there now. Douglas. Juliet.
Jessica, put all those books back exactly where you found them right now!
What?
As soon as you're finished, I want you to go home. And you're fired! Never come here again!
What are you talking about?
According to a little article, a soldier with that name died 2 years before the Ishbalan rebellion started.
That is strange.
So she's a homunculus, right?
Although that soldier was reportedly killed, the name Juliet Douglas was never removed from the military's active duty list. In fact, that same soldier with the identical file and matching ID number landed a big promotion 2 years ago.
She was selected to become Fuhrer Bradley's next secretary.
Yes.
Who are you, actually? Were you an Ishbal? Or did you come later, using the military's mistake to sneak in with her records?
The doctor's waiting for you.
Is Marco really behind that door?
No.
I guess I'll find out.
Yep.
A pleasure to meet you. Or should I make that goodbye, Lieutenant Colonel?
That's one sexy tattoo you got there, babe.
Man, I love this guy. What a badass. He's funny. He's badass. I love him. I love... I gotta start learning these characters' names, man.
Let's make sure he's taught.
This is taking too much time.
Please don't kill him. I swear to God, if he dies.
He's gone.
He left for Central with Lieutenant Hawkeye. Is there something
If he fucking dies, I'm gonna be so mad.
Acting stupid again. This information, you could go
That
straight to the
picture
top.
falling out,
Lieutenant Colonel, we should go somewhere safe.
I'm really worried about him now.
It's not like I've lost any evidence here. But now there's something I'd like to bring up with you. Lieutenant Ross has a mole right beneath her left eye.
It's the shapeshifter!
How careless of you.
That's an amazing talent.
Oh my God!
To a right view, maybe this is a more fitting end.
I'm going to become the Fuhrer, Maze. I'll transform how this whole country runs. It's the only way I can justify taking my next breath.
To do that, you're going to need someone
Is
who
he actually
understands
dead?
the nervous system and support you from the inside. I'll work under you, stay close to the higher-ups, and help push you to the top.
Please don't be dead.
Mom, how come? Why are they burying Daddy?
Are you serious?
Why are they burying him? Why?
He's gone.
They can't. I don't like it. Daddy said he had lots of work to do, and if they bury him, he can't do it when he wakes up. Stop them, Mommy. Daddy needs to do his work. He told me. Why are you burying Daddy, Mommy? Why?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Daddy, wake
I'm not even sad, I'm just mad.
You'll catch up, sir.
Such an obvious and dumb way and kind of
Killed in action.
lame day to die. A lame way to die.
Brigadier General Hughes. You're the guy who was going to work below me and push me to the top. Then you get yourself killed and pass me in the ranks. I don't know what's more absurd, you or the state.
Are you ready?
You know, years ago, I had a theory on human transmutation. After all we've seen, I was actually trying to remember it now. We alchemists are such hopeless, predictable things. Why didn't he tell me, Lieutenant? Ed and Al in danger. Lab 5. Maybe I could have done something to help.
Maybe because he knew you'd try, sir.
What's that mean?
When those two boys are in harm's way, sir, well, sometimes your decisions aren't exactly rational. Maybe Brigadier General Hughes didn't tell you because he wanted you to concentrate on your own goal instead of the Elrics, so you could make it to the top without any more setbacks.
Well, I would count this as a fucking setback. He's dead.
I guess that's what they call a mother's touch. I could eat this stuff all day.
That Mr. and Mrs. Hughes and their cute little daughter Alicia, that had to be the perfect family.
Yeah,
Yeah, they used to be, definitely.
He's annoying.
you like him. He came to see us all the time.
Yet he's always complaining about how busy he is. I'm telling you, that big goof doesn't make any sense.
Why do you think he cares so much about us, though? Seriously.
It's me.
Can you stop twisting the knife into my heart, Joe?
Back to Central.
Oh man, where do I fucking begin with this shit? I'm kind of annoyed by the fact that I actually don't feel sad enough for his death. Because I definitely like him as a character. He was very entertaining. But his death is both predictable and out of nowhere. It really was not built up at all. And at the same time, it was so kind of predictable once he got too close to stuff. Like the second he got a face-off against the homunculus, I knew he was a dead man walking. But man, really? A shotgun? Really? I mean, a gunshot? He should have done it at least in a more badass way than just a simple fucking gun. It's really fucking annoying, man. Yeah, I honestly don't really even know what else to say. Afterwards, the show was clearly trying to amplify the sadness by talking about how great he was and talking about his friendship with Roy. But while it definitely made me feel more sad, I don't know, it just feels kind of disingenuous because I didn't feel sad about his death in the first place. At least not as much as I should be. I didn't really feel deep emotional sadness at his death. I just am like, oh, come on, really? He's dead? Like, that's the kind of feeling that I'm feeling about it. And it's annoying. I wish it was a little bit of a more build-up death. And I gotta say, this episode is again another one of those episodes which doesn't feel like it's its own little thing, but it's more of like a piece of the larger story. And I feel like maybe that having episodes like this annoys me so much because I've kind of been screwed over because I started doing reactions to live-action TV shows which are 40 minutes long, so once I am 20 minutes into an episode, it makes it feel incomplete because I expect it to be like 40 minutes or something. But yeah, I don't know. At least it seems like we're gonna be getting Roy Mustang back in the limelight, so I'm up for that. But man, I really grew to love this guy. He was such a character. He was a really fun character, but man, did he really have to die? I guess that means at least that there are stakes. You know, I would still take this over modern shows' inability to kill beloved characters at all, so I'll take this. At least it has stakes. I'm so unused to watching shows with stakes like this, you know? So I guess that's also why it kind of bothers me. And it makes me have a more of a knee-jerk reaction rather than a sad one. But yeah, I guess we are going to be going to that teacher that taught Anna now in the next couple of episodes based on episode 27's title, Teacher. But next episode, it's called Her Reason. I don't know what and whose reason that is going to be like. So I guess without further ado, let's get into that episode and find out what it's going to be about. Although I almost forgot to give a rating to this episode. I think I'm going to go with like a 9 out of 10 because I think it was a decent episode. It was definitely entertaining. I've had a lot of reactions to it, but it was definitely impactful. But it didn't really have as emotional response as I wish it gave me. You know. But yeah, who knows whether I'm right or not. Yeah. I don't know, I just kind of feel empty after this. We're still obviously going to be continuing with the reactions, so let's get into episode 26, Her Reason, in 3, 2, 1.
I'm asking where they went.
Colonel, look here.
Take me to the Elrics right now!
Who the fuck are you?
They're gone. Where are they?
Just who are you?
Hey.
Huh. Good job, honey. Let's go.
Who the fuck are you and why did you just fucking barge in here? What the fuck? Man, this new intro is really teasing me with some really cool things going forward. I'm actually kind of excited now. And also, I think I actually remember this intro just like I do for the first one. I actually only didn't remember the second one. And I still think the first one is the best.
It's the latest design from Remy Studios. I didn't think it'd be here. Look at the size of that rock. Will you buy it for me, please?
Oh, you bet, baby.
It's perfect. The latest design from God's Automail. And will you look at the precision of those lines? I have to have it. Oh, that is so cool.
Honestly, I would prefer a girl like Winry as my significant other. Somebody who is actually has more personality and unique interests.
Let me try it.
Rather than somebody who just goes for the typical jewelry stuff, you know? Is Ed gonna get an upgrade of his arm from this place? I think I remember something like that, but I'm not sure whether that's gonna be a thing or not.
Excuse me.
Hey, little girl. You sure you want to do this with that piece of junk?
If it was made by that old man, she'd probably have a better chance just using her real arm.
We'll see about that. Oh, you fucking cheaters!
No, I couldn't possibly ask this shrimp to take on the champ.
Oh well, now you've done it.
Whoa, you're a pretty feisty shrimp, aren't you? Looks like you salvaged that automail from the bottom of the scrap heap.
Excuse me?
Alphonse, let go of your brother.
Oh, there's two of them now.
Edward, if you lose, I'll kick your ass.
Wrestlers, take your
Man,
stand.
I love Winry. She's such a fun character.
Ready?
She better not die. Whoopsie.
I forget. Now, whose automail belongs in a scrap heap?
Hell yes.
You guys again.
Fuck
Yeah,
you.
Thanks a lot for humiliating us. Now give us back the money, unless you want Jumbo here to get angry.
No way. This
You
is
want to get your ass kicked again?
Swear.
Yeah, right. I know for a fact that little shrimp cheated us to win.
Ha! You've used alchemy to cheat people out of their money.
And you used it to cheat back.
Alchemy, Ed? Is that true?
Yeah.
Did you know about this?
What? Yeah.
Wait, what did he do?
Edward?
Yeah.
Why did you hit him? He did the right thing. Fuck these cheaters. They don't deserve it. It's okay to cheat against them.
Brigadier General Hughes' killers.
Then why haven't you arrested them?
We're not sure where they're hiding, though we have our suspicions.
I want the names.
I can't.
This is a direct command from an officer who outranks you.
I'm sorry, sir.
Forget it. Just leave.
Yes, sir.
Oh, now you follow orders.
Some help.
Actually, he was. He specifically said the identities of Hughes' killers, meaning there's more than one responsible. I ordered him to speak. The fact he couldn't is a clear sign that someone who outranks me must have told him to keep his mouth shut about this case. You combine that with what Lieutenant Ross reported about Ed claiming to have given up on the stone and not wanting the military to know where he was going. I think someone high up has a dangerous interest in the Philosopher's Stone.
Does that mean?
For now, Lieutenant, we'll stay in the dark.
Yep, and I wonder who in the military wants that. That is the question, isn't it?
I can't believe Winry's not back.
There was a train wreck.
Why are we suddenly learning the backstory of a random character? Oh shit! Jesus, that is dark.
Hello, Dominic. Hi, it's a real pleasure to meet you, sir. I'm Winry Rockbell, visiting from Risenbull. I'm an Automail mechanic, too.
Did you say you're a rock bell out of Risenbull? Are you related to Panaco? The leopardess of Risenbull? I can still hear the bone-chilling laugh!
You knew my grandmother?
Grandmother?
What happened to your arm?
Nothing. You know, when you can't win using your legs, there's always alchemy!
Screw you!
Damn, he actually said that.
Oops.
Alright, I played your stupid game. Now give me...
Oh shit! Save her! Well, that's one way to save her, I guess. You know, you could have just made a wider one that could actually hold her weight.
I'd feel better if I won.
You misguided child.
Hello, sir.
You don't have to prove anything to anyone. You understand?
Yeah, but
Take note. Automail is more than nuts and bolts and machinery. It's your arm and your legs. It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks about it.
Yep.
I honestly thought I raised you to know that fact for yourself, Anina.
I get it. You build Automail as an extension of the person's soul. And in time, it becomes a part of who they are.
it's really true. When I could finally stand up again, I felt complete for the first time in a long while.
I really like the concept of Automail in this show.
I'm begging you, Colonel, please. You have to find the monster that did this to Brigadier General Hughes. I'll do anything I can to help.
The military's investigation into the death of Maze Hughes has been officially suspended.
What?
That's why you should use your power to reopen it.
I see that you're working as tirelessly as always, Colonel Mustang.
It's good to see you, General Hokuro.
If the rumors are true, we'll be seeing a lot more of each other. Of course, rumors alone won't get you back into Central.
If you support my transfer, General, I pledge to serve you with all my heart and soul, and I'd be honored to work under your...
You know, I always thought that Mustang was like a much more higher ranking member. So it's kind of weird to see him submit to other military people, you know? What is it, Ed?
Have you been satisfied with my automail, Ed? I promise to make the next even better. I've been studying hard, so it'll be just as top of the line as any of the big city dealers. So...
Where is that fucking coming from?
Oh, Henry. Your automail's the best, really. It's just that we're still trying to get our bodies back to normal. We have to.
I mean, at least for Al, I would say that Al needs to get his body back together. Ed is fine because he's still human. He sure has a leg and an arm, but he's still human. But Al is a soul into an armor. You at least need to get Al's body back. Okay, so I guess we're gonna learn about whoever that person was in the next episode. Okay. I feel like you guys can even see it in my reactions that, I don't know, there's something wrong with my experience with this show in the past couple of episodes. It's not that I don't enjoy it, I do, but it really feels like the show is kind of not following any formula or any structure that I would expect it to. It just feels like it's just a bunch of random events happening in a 20-minute period that we call an episode with just a random title. Like, it doesn't feel like I'm watching the different episodes of a TV show, but instead we're watching like the different chapters of... I mean, I guess that's actually a really good way to describe it. It genuinely feels like we are reading the different chapters of a manga or some shit. Because it feels like it's just the next step of the story. It doesn't feel like one complete story for this specific episode. And that kind of bothers me because I'm, at this point, so used to that other format that this one just feels kind of disconnected. And I don't know, it just bothers me. It prevents me from really enjoying watching these episodes, I feel like. And it doesn't help, especially when it's like more of the filler kind, like this one, where, again, just a bunch of completely random things happening, we focus on random things. I don't know, I feel like the show had more logic and focus in the beginning than it does right now. But who knows, maybe it's still gonna get back to focusing and doing things right and going forward. And to be honest, I think my issue with like the lack of focus might have something to do with the fact that this show, when it was being done back in like 2003, the manga was still being written, it was still being released. So by the time they were doing the finale of the show or whatever, the manga wasn't finished. That's why they did Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood later on, so they could adapt it even more accurately. So maybe we're getting to the point where they do not have source material for the stuff, and that's why I'm feeling that kind of like disconnection, but I don't know. I think the biggest reason why I'm feeling like this is just because I started doing those live action TV show reactions, and that just has kind of broken my expectations for what reactions should be like when it comes to cartoons, you know, because I'm so used to reacting to 40-minute episodes at this point that the shifting format is still kind of not working in my brain. But yeah, I don't know. I definitely say the last episode was better than this because it obviously focused at least on the more plot stuff, and we had a big event happen, the death of I forget his name, but the death of the Lieutenant Colonel. Well, for this one we had more of a fillers storyline with Winry, which I enjoy watching. Winry, like, this was definitely a decent episode, but I feel like it's just the fact that everything kind of came out of nowhere and there was no really any focus to it that it just kind of bothers me. Because the concept of the episode is fine, but it doesn't really feel like it was thought through, if that makes any sense. It generally feels like maybe they were like coming up with the story and just wrote it out the way as they came up with it. Like, kind of how like I write my stories, but at least I have the benefit of being an amateur. And I do not claim that I'm a professional writer or anything when I write stories on Wattpad, but these people who made the show are professionals, should be professionals. So yeah, for this one, I think I'm going to give it a 7.7 out of 10. It was still decent, but definitely not that entertaining. So hopefully the next episodes are gonna be better. And I know that I have kind of been saying that for a lot of the episodes recently, but that's just kind of how I feel about it. I don't know. Probably it's just me not being in the right mindset to be reacting to the show, but I can't really wait until I am to actually continue reacting with the show, so we're gonna have to just deal with it, both you and I. But yeah, what did you guys think about these two episodes? Comment your thoughts down below and let's have a discussion about it. And also, before we end this video, I just want to give a huge shout out to my currently one patron on Patreon, Deadpool. Thank you for your support, I really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me that you have decided to support me, have continued to support me for such a long time. Hope you continue to enjoy my content and continue to support me going forward. Thank you very much. And now, before we end this video, I just want to talk about something to you guys very quickly, which some of you may or may have not noticed before or know about me, that being the fact that I am trans. And yes, this may come as shocking to some of you because I don't really flaunt it that much on my channel, or at least I feel like I don't. Outside of like my K-pop reactions, which is where I feel like the most comfortable being myself like this. And yeah, I am in fact trans. I'm not necessarily full-on male to female, but I heavily want to transition to being pretty female. I do consider myself more non-binary though, or maybe gender fluid would be the best descriptor as well, because I do have occasional moments where I feel fine being like just a normal guy, but most of the time, like right now, I do feel very dysphoric. And that's why I'm asking you guys for any help that you can give me, because my situation right now, I don't really see any way outside of you guys' help. Because, and this is gonna be kept short and concise, I live with my parents. They're never going to accept me as a trans person. They just never will. And as a matter of fact, back when I started the YouTube channel, I was actually kind of slightly starting my transition back then, with like starting to grow out my hair. I even got to DIY HRT, but because my parents started noticing certain things, like my behavior had changed a lot and my clothes had changed a lot, I kind of had to stop doing that because they were constantly nagging me about cutting my hair and just started to kind of be threatening in a certain way, and felt like they were ashamed of me and everything. And that just kind of stress just tired me out to the point where I just gave up. But as dysphoria goes, it just doesn't go away, you know. I still feel like this, and in fact it's somewhat been intensifying again recently, so I just wanted to share this with you guys. And again, I would really appreciate any amount of support you can give me in regards to this, because I just don't see any way out of this. Because even if I moved out of my parents' house and got myself a job and everything, that's just not gonna work for long-term planning, because once I transition, it's like I probably will not be able to get myself a job, because my country is very transphobic. Nobody gives a shit about LGBT people at all. So there's not even much I can do even in terms of transitioning here. So yeah, I don't know. I just would appreciate any amount of support you can give me, be it monetarily or in any way otherwise. And this is not about boosting my channel or anything, or guilt tripping you with my sob story. I just wanted to get this off my chest and make my subscribers aware of the situation that I am in, and that I would appreciate anything that you guys can help me out with. It would mean literally everything. Like, for example, a friend that I made after starting this YouTube channel, my good friend Yuri, has been helping me out a lot. And I genuinely might have not been here if it wasn't for him showing up and befriending me. So yeah, this just went a little bit longer than I intended, but I would just really appreciate anything you can support me with. That's kind of ultimately what I'm trying to say. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Also, check out the description to my Twitter if you want to follow me over there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you enjoy my stories or simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to my Patreon or to my Ko-fi account, where you can pledge your support and help get the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing the stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think this is pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!